Into knockout stages now with the FIFA Club World Cup, and we have drawn, not Al Hilal like City drew in real life, we have drawn Flamengo, the side from Brazil who look actually like they've got a very, very strong side. A player linked with City at right back in Wesley, 79 rate. They've got Danilo, former City man, captain on the side. Leo Pereira and Alexandro make up that back four. Former Arsenal and Chelsea man Jorginho in the midfield with Arcaseta and also Gerson. They've got Pedro up top, Plata on the right, Everton on the left, and some real array of talent on the bench as well in Bruno Henrique, De La Cruz, Pulgar, Alan de Souza, Ayrton Lucas, Varela, Ortiz, David Luiz as well, Mateus Cunha, the goalkeeper, Fabrizio Bruno, really highly rated players. So this is going to be a difficult one for Manchester City today. It definitely feels so. We're going to start with Edison in goal. It's going to be Nunes, Captain Diaz, Vardiol, and Reinight, City's back four. Rodri's going to partner alongside Tijjani REIJNDERS in the midfield too, with Ryan Cherki in front. And then it is going to be a front three of Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland. No Marmoush, no Savinho, no Oscar Bob. They are on the bench, as is Echeverri as well, Luis, Bernardo Silva, Nico, O'Reilly, Ake, Akanji, Kusanov, and Stefan Ortega. A little bit of action here in the FIFA Club World Cup. City versus Flamengo, our next test in this competition. Into the knockout stages now, where things get pretty exciting, because the winner of this will go into the round of 16 that we're in now. We will go into the quarterfinals from this, and then once you're in that quarterfinals, you feel like you're only a few steps away from the semifinals, and then you really are only a step away from the final. That is what's going to be monumental for City today. If we can't reach it, go further than we did in real life. Captain by Ruben Diaz, out come the two sides here in a very, very exciting clash. Aside from Europe taken aside from Brazil, everyone's expecting Manchester City to come out winners, but certainly other games haven't been really, really simple, have they? This could be a difficult one. For FIFA Club World Cup action, it is the knockout stages now for Manchester City. Aside from Europe take on aside from South America, a chance to play a Brazilian team, which is something City really don't get a chance to do very often. This could be a really exciting one here in the FIFA Club World Cup, and hopefully one where we see City come out on top heavily with a big win. However, this season so far in this Club World Cup has not been so simple. The games have been difficult, and I expect it to continue to be difficult. I actually think out of all the teams we played so far, this side are better, probably one of the best, barring maybe Juventus. Wesley at right back, being heavily linked to Manchester City. He's in the side today for Flamengo, and we've started quite well here. Finding space in behind with Pedro with a chance here, and Edison has to get on the end of it. Rodri nice and physical there. And Rodri then with a ball through towards Haaland. Maybe could have gone wide to Phil Foden instead. It's been a scrappy start to this one for both sides. The chance of Pedro again here, and Flamengo do take the lead. Pedro with a goal. Well, City have started poorly. Reinight gives the ball away when we'd actually worked something pretty well. Pedro's in and Pedro scores. Defensively, we've not been so strong in this competition. As Rodri gives the ball away here. On the turn. Great ball behind Vardiol, and it's poked in the bottom corner by Pedro. And you start to feel the same could be going our way again here. Doku. Reinders. Into Haaland here. What a goal that is. 1-1. What a fantastically worked goal by Manchester City. And Erling Haaland equalises not long after the Pedro opener. Tijjani REIJNDERS getting an assist. Jeremy Doku playing the ball over to REIJNDERS. Really nice football there. We expected it to be the other way around, really. Cherki in towards Doku. Sees the run of REIJNDERS. What a ball that is. Into the path of Erling Haaland, who cannot miss from there. And City are back in this at level at 1-1. What a ball by Jeremy Doku. Credit to him. Fantastic from REIJNDERS as well to find Haaland. And he makes no mistake putting that one past the goalkeeper. Doku there. He's got his feet stuck underneath and ended up shooting. The chance here for us. What a mistake. What a Flamengo defender. Leo Ortiz here. Oh, it's Leo Pereira. What a mistake by the defender. That is absolutely terrible. Goes back to his goalkeeper. And he puts so much on it. I don't quite understand it myself. Lifts it over his own goal. That is, on the biggest stage, a tough one to take. Oh, nice ball by the fullback inside there. Platter. Goal scorer Pedro, and Rodri gets a foot in. It's a foul. Pedro takes it quickly. Ball in behind here. Nunes cuts it out. Chance for Flamenco again. 2-2. Well, Matheus Nunes at right back there, in my eyes, has been pretty poor. You can see the frustration by Ruben Diaz with his side there. It's calamitous for Manchester City. It really is. We'll see it here. Rodri makes the foul. He takes the free kick quickly here. Ruben Diaz asleep. Out of position. Nunes actually slows that down. I think the pass is missing Everton. I really do think it's missing the winger. Nunes, he stood, slow it down for him. And again, one shot on target and you score against the City side. Everton makes it 2-2. An exciting game here. And it does feel a little bit like the Al Hilal game. Reijnders. Foden. Standing off Phil Foden. Just past the bottom corner by Phil Foden. Back to Foden. Cherky. Bad pass. Tijjani REIJNDERS. In behind, what a ball. Doku. Waiting the far post is Phil Foden. Goalkeeper's in there. And it's another crazy goal that Flamenco conceded here. And it's Phil Foden who scored it. But I don't think he knew much about it. How City got away with that one, I don't know. Well, good ball by Reijnders in behind to Doku. Really cuts them open. Impressed by that. Here. This ball from Reijnders, fantastic. Doku plays it across. And the goalkeeper clears it, sliding it. Why is he not going with his hands? Cherky, fantastic. Foden. Over top here. Cherky waiting. Into Haaland here for another 4-2, and that should be game. Ryan Cherky finds Erling Haaland. 4-2 Manchester City. Well, there should be no problem from there now. Really good play. Nicely done by Manchester City, and I think Haaland has finished the game off there with that one. Cherky spinning, turning into Phil Foden. Another little lofty pass over the top here. Finds Ryan Cherky. Onto Haaland, who takes a that first touch by Haaland makes the goal there. He sets him up with the right foot. As it was hit with quite a lot of power by Ryan Cherky. That touch there is brilliant. And the other one puts it in the bottom corner. Savinho finds Omar Mamouche, who's quick. Mamouche is surely quicker than the wide man. Mamouche makes it 5. Just too quick there, Omar Mamouche. And he gets another goal for himself in a Manchester City shirt. As soon as it falls to me, you just knew the pace of Mamouche. They're not going to stop him. Off he went. By himself. Bottom corner. Fantastic finish. Manchester City 5. Flamenco 2. And that will put us in the quarterfinals of this competition. Reijnders. Aintnuri. Back to Reijnders. Space for Reijnders on the volley. Oh, little spin and strike. Nice attempt by Reijnders. Unfortunately, going the back of the net. Here's Everton. Against Alexandre Savinho. Bernardo. Reijnders. Going to go for goal again here to Tijjani REIJNDERS. Did it take a deflection? I don't know. Seemed to dip right in front of the goalkeeper here. Reijnders' strike. On the edge of the box. Oh, it's a dipping and twisting strike from the Dutchman. Oh, through to Mamouche. What a ball. It's Omar Mamouche. It's 6-2. Mamouche off the bench for a double. Fantastic movement from Omar Mamouche. And Manchester City have absolutely destroyed Flamenco in the FIFA Club World Cup. Really good play all around. Oscar Bob's been brilliant again since he's come on. Been very, very impressed by him. And you see here, Ryan's into Bob. Just sees the space of Mamouche. What a ball through. He's gone. Cross the goalkeeper with power. There's no stopping that Omar Mamouche strike. Skip inside Rodri. Lacazette. Past Tijjani REIJNDERS. Pedro with a chance here. City with bodies in the box here. Rodri with the foot in. Down goes Pedro. Penalty against Manchester City. Now Rodri's already on a yellow card. City don't believe it was a foul. Aintnuri's having his say. It's clumsy from Rodri. I feel like he got the ball personally. Been very good today anyway. Chance for Edison. Keep a clean sheet in the second half anyway. Pedro to get his second of the game. Oh, down the middle. 6-3. Well, a game of goals certainly it has been here in the FIFA Club World Cup. They made mistakes of their own. Is that a penalty? I'm not sure. But it'll be the last kick of the game, that one. The referee blows the full-time whistle. Manchester City are going to the next stage of the FIFA Club World Cup. We're going to the quarterfinals, and deservedly so. And that man, Tijjani REIJNDERS, was absolutely class. Him and Rodri in midfield, with Cherki, Foden, Doku, Savinho in front, is going to be fantastic. We're into the quarterfinals where we have drawn Borussia Dortmund. They are the side we're going to take on, and we have decided to change things a little bit information-wise and trial things out for the new season, really, and that is the intention we're going to do. So, Stefan Ortega will start in goal. We're going to go with Captain Diaz, Manu Akanji, and Nathan Ake in a back three. That's the way we're going to line things up. Reinders and Rodri are going to partner in midfield too, with Nunes on the right and Aitner in the left. It's going to be sort of a back five with wing backs. Let's see how that goes. Ryan Cherki and Omar Mouche are going to be supporting Ilan Carlin up top. And then we do have the likes of Doku, Foden, Bob, Savinho, Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan, Nico, and so on. Vardiol, Kusanov on the bench to make changes. Edison is in a bit of a downwards condition, so in comes Stefan Ortega today. As for Dortmund, they aren't going to start with Gregor Kobel in goal, surprisingly. It is Aranj who starts in goal. Former City man Jan Kuto at right back and Ben Tabiani at left back with Schlotterbeck and Süle in there. Captain Emre Can holds the midfield, and it's a very narrow midfield because there's no wingers in this Dortmund side. It's Sabitzer, Gross and Brandt in the midfield three with Gerassi and Bayer up top. The likes of Adeyemi, Joe Bellingham, new signed, as well as Daniel Svensson, Reina, Reyes on the bench as well. I think what we need to look out with that Dortmund side is they're playing very narrow, and that is my intention with playing the wing backs. Get those wing backs in wide areas and cause problems with Dortmund, and the back three as well, because they've got two up top, and that's the way Pep Guardiola likes to do things to combat the opposition. So more action in the FIFA Club World Cup. This time Manchester City take on a fellow European side in Borussia Dortmund. This is the team we face in what is the quarter-finals here of this competition. The winner will be going all the way to semi-finals with the likes, I think, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, still in this competition in the latter stages. Pep Guardiola makes changes. The likes of Stefan Ortega come in today for Manchester City, which is different. Matheus Nunes and Reina Yuri starting in wing-back roles, captained by Ruben Diaz. Out comes City, and surely out will come soon the Borussia Dortmund team as well. We know the way they line up with Gerassi, a very dangerous striker up top alongside Maximiliano Bayer as well. City are in for a test, but one we intend to try and pass with, of course, flying colours. Nunes back in behind to Cherki. Across the box to Erling Haaland. Great save of the goalkeeper. What an early chance for Manchester City that was. Cherki and Nunes combining. Cherki, lovely spin and twist. That wide to Nunes. Back into Cherki again here. Cherki into Haaland here. It takes it against his former side, Erling Haaland. And hits the side netting well. Chances galore at the start of this one. Ryan Cherki's been at the heart of everything. Combining with Matheus Nunes. Ball comes in. Taken down by Haaland. He hits it. Reinders. Route one to Haaland here. Matheus Nunes. Lifts one in. Marmouche. Down. Haaland the volley. Oh, big save of the goalkeeper. Cleared away as far as Reinders, who flicks it back wide to Aitner. Into Ryan Cherki. Reinders. Back through to Nunes here. Shul for Dortmund. Matheus Nunes. Blocked to the line, I think. I don't think the goalkeeper saved it. Nunes. Cherki. Ryan Cherki on the volley. Another brilliant save by the ex-Ajax goalkeeper. Ahead of Kobel today. Been brilliant. Half-time City 0, Dortmund 0. It's been all Manchester City. Schlotterbeck and Chan picked upon. City can't get the ball in the back of the net. The ball through to Haaland, doesn't find him. From wide to Nunes, that was poor. Nunes. Cherki. Back through to Nunes here. Matheus Nunes onto Erling Haaland. What a fantastic goal by City there. It's so well worked. And Erling Haaland finally gives Manchester City the lead. And credit to Matheus Nunes there at the right wing-back spot. He was brilliant. Cherki there heavily involved. The first one didn't work out with the pass, but we didn't give up with the opportunity. Comes back to Cherki. He gets it wide. Look at this from Nunes here. Into Cherki. Composure. Finds the pass through. Nunes with assist for Erling Haaland. It's a tap-in for Erling Haaland. 1-0 Manchester City in the quarter-finals. He has had to win that header there. Ball still goes through. Nathan Ake won't get there. Stefan Ortega, what's going on? I've made an absolute shocker with Ortega there, who hits it into his own net for 1-1. Well, Dortmund, who are yet to have a shot on target, don't need it. I tried to pass it back to Ortega with Ake. I panicked a little bit. Ortega lumps it into his own net. That's as bad as the Flamenco goal that they conceded against. I mean, that is really bad from Stefan Ortega. Right to Reijnders. Right near it. Reijnders. Pulled it back. Omar Marmoush blocked away. Haaland back out towards Mateus Nunes offside. Doku. Wide to Ria Aitnuri. Not really much movement from Doku. Aitnuri keeps going here. Aitnuri in behind. Good save by the keeper again. Could Marmoush been a bit more aggressive there and make a run? Aitnuri had no choice but to go for goal. It's 1-1 at the end of full time. And that does mean extra time penalties here. Hopefully can make a bit of a difference. Savinho. Foden. Top to Doku here. First time down to Bernardo Silva. Off the bench! Off the post! Back to Savinho. And a foul by the Brazilian. What a chance. Bernardo Silva. Wide to Nunes. Nunes in behind here. Savinho is in. Savinho off the post again. Oh, off the post again by Manchester City. Not scored here today. Foden, Bernardo Silva. Savinho, Nunes. Onside. So much space for Mateus Nunes here. Can pick the pass. Foden with a header! Phil Foden scores at near post with a header. 2-1 Manchester City. And it's Phil Foden through the middle. And Phil Foden with a big goal. Really, really impressive from Phil Foden. And City finally are in front. Once again. Deservedly so. Battered this team. Bernardo wide towards Savinho. First time pass round to the corner to Nunes. It was into space. His second assist of the day. I mean, that's a simple header for Phil Foden. Mateus Nunes has been really good at right wing back. Really, really impressive there. It's a nice cross in him. Foden there at the near post. The header. 2-1 Manchester City. And Dortmund can have no complaints about that. Through to Phil Foden. Who's onside? Phil Foden. Phil Foden saved. And Savinho to put in the rebound. 3-1. Savinho scores. Phil Foden slowed down there. I really expected the keeper to come out and smother me. And he decided against it. Doesn't come out and smother Phil Foden. So I slowed down. I held it up. Good shot. Good save. Savinho follows it in. That's what we need to see from our players. On the rebound. Manchester City 3, Borussia Dortmund 1. Ake loses his first aerial battle of the day, it feels. There's Aitnuri. And he fires him in behind to Doku here. And Dortmund have got so many bodies pushed forward. And Doku into Foden. And across to Savinho. And Savinho to end the game. He hits the post again. Oh my word. The finishing today has been terrible. Oh, Savinho. Savinho gets there. Great skill. Foden. Aitnuri. Crosses in. Doku on the chest. Doku on the volley. And somehow doesn't get there. Full time. Whistle goes. Manchester City. With a big 3-1 win over Borussia Dortmund. Deservedly so. The better side. And we are into the FIFA Club World Cup semi-final. Here we go. Manchester City. What a big result that is. Look at the celebrations between Akanji, Nunes and the City players. They know we could go on and win this competition now. That performance was brilliant. We have the other results of the quarterfinals. So we win 3-1 after extra time. Bayern knock out Inter in the quarterfinals. So they're through to the semis. River Plate knock out Palmeiras. They're the only non-European side in the semi-finals. They knock out Palmeiras, so 1-0 win for them. And Benfica fall to Paris Saint-Germain 4-0. Meaning it's City, Bayern, River Plate and Paris Saint-Germain in the FIFA Club World Cup semi-finals. So we don't get the easier draw to the final. It's not River Plate. It is Bayern Munich Manchester City face here in the semi-final. They've made some new signs as well in their team. So Edison will start in goal. It's Manu Akanji, Ake, Vardiol and Aitnuri in a back four. Rodri and Captain Bernardo Silva, the experience we're going for in that midfield too. With Ryan Cherky in front, Marmoush on the left, Foden on the right, Erling Haaland to the middle, no Doku, no Savinho there on the bench, no Reijnders either. It's going to look a little bit like this. We're going to completely leave this far side here, completely. Kanji will play a little bit more centre-back this way. We'll leave that far side completely, and we'll let Alphonso Davies do whatever. We're not going to come up against him, because it's him, Kim Min-jae, Jonathan Tah and Stanisic at back four. They've brought in Xavi Simons, who starts ahead of Jamal Musiala in that midfield, and also Luis Diaz has been signed, as well as Nick Waltemada as well. He's also on the bench, so some big players on that bench, some good options there, captained by Harry Kane. We've got to keep him quiet. No Diaz, we've gone for Vardy Alnake ahead of him, which is a big change as well. Impact substitutions like Doku and Savinho can make a big impact today, I'm sure. Let's get all the way to the final of this competition. All the way to the semi-finals for Manchester City as we take on Bayern Munich here today. One of these sides will face either Paris Saint-Germain or River Plate in the final of the FIFA Club World Cup, which will be prestigious to win, of course. Out come the two sides, Manchester City and Bayern Munich, captained by Bernardo Silva and Harry Kane. Manuel Neuer not given the captain's armband, surprisingly, by Vincent Kompany today. City up against one of their former players, former captain, and now Bayern manager in Vincent Kompany. Someone that is well respected, of course, the club, and someone I think one day we'll see come back to Manchester City. Pep Guardiola himself has said one day he's sure Vincent Kompany will manage Manchester City. We know the City side, we know the Bayern side. Let's get into this semi-final. Into Haaland, back onto Cherki, back into Foden. Cherki taken down, Foden good feet. Foden through to Ryan Cherki here. Referee's going to pull it back for a foul on Phil Foden by Alphonso Davies. Fantastic feet from Foden. Lima involved as well. Good position in Omar Marmoush territory, this one. Marmoush off the post! Nearly sneaks it round the wall as Omar Marmoush and away by Neuer. Right, Yuri. Bernardo Silva. Onto Haaland, holds it. Ryan Cherki with the outside of the right foot. What a goal by Ryan Cherki. 1-1. Level in the Dortmund game. We had to go from a poor own goal. Hopefully not make those mistakes there after this one. But now still into Haaland. Really good hold-up play. Off to Cherki. Outside the right boot. And he finds the bottom corner. What a goal from Ryan Cherki, who certainly made an impact here. The new signing at Manchester City. That finish is really, really impressive. There's no stopping that one. Cherki scores. City have the lead. Wide to Aït-Nouri. Back in towards Omar Marmoush. Saved by the hand of Manuel Neuer. Ryan Cherki. Brilliant. Back to Cherki. Cherki again. Saved by Manuel Neuer. Bernardo Silva wide towards Ryan Aït-Nouri again. Marmoush. Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri with a shot blocked. Haaland against Neuer, who catches it. Back to Foden. Under pressure. Cherki, Bernardo. Aït-Nouri. Haaland. Marmoush! Oh, what a goal that is. 2-0. What a fantastic goal. Assist for Erling Haaland. Back of the net from Omar Marmoush. 2-0 Manchester City. We absolutely did them there. They could not handle the combination play. First time finish by Marmoush. Puts it in the bottom corner. 2-0 as Musiala is going to come on for Xavi Simons as they look to try and get back in this one, Bayern. But I think they're too far away. We're going to make change of our own. Foden's going to come off here for Savinho. Or for Oscar Bob today, actually. Marmoush for Jeremy Doku. Nico for Rodri. I'm going to get Aït-Nouri off for Nico Ryan as well. Rest some players for the upcoming final, which we think we're going to be going to now, don't we? We really do. Up over to Haaland. He flicks it wide to Nico O'Reilly. And there's big trouble for Bayern here. And O'Reilly across to Haaland to make it 3. Really good play. City have been absolutely electric in the FIFA Club World Cup. And we're going to be going to the final after tearing apart some big sides. And another one here today in Bayern Munich. Really good football. On the counter, Bayern are pushing men forward. It's young Nico O'Reilly from fullback. Driving. Just gets it into Haaland, who puts it that near post. Kim Min-jae, I mean, he's worried about the ball going across the box, as he should be. O'Reilly. Doku's in here. Jeremy Doku! Oh, he was being pushed and pulled by Stanisic. Into Haaland here. Oh, nearly a nice first touch by Erling Haaland. Getting forward again. Oh, ball behind to Elise. City have opened himself up here. Michael Elise. Vardiol's quick. Elise's got great skill. Harry Kane with a strike. Blocked again by Vardiol. And behind for Kane. Kane. Corner for Bayern. Doku taken down here. Clear foul on Doku there. Fantastic feat by the Belgian again. Look at that. See you later. Musiala comes flying in on him. Moves the ball so quickly. Can't get anywhere near him. Oh, Silva. Back over top to Doku here. Doku inside. Down the box, referee. Nothing given. The full-time whistle goes, though. And Manchester City can celebrate. Because this City side knock out Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich. And we are going to the FIFA Club World Cup final. Deservedly so, with a massive performance against Bayern here in the semis. I assume it'll be PSG in the final. But could we see a big upset and see somehow River Plate there? We don't know. But again, players, just unbelievable performances.